Welcome to the AR-15 podcast. This show is for you if you just bought your first AR or if you've been building them for years. There is something we can all do to take our black rifles to the next level. My name is Nick Dooley, and I am joined, as always, by my co-host, Garth Hofer.
Hey everyone, what's going on? We are live at 2024 SHOT Show, Las Vegas, Nevada, having a great time.
So we're coming to you live from Otis Technologies. That's right. The good folks at Otis decided that they were going to put up a little glass case of emotion here. So we get to sit and do some people watching while we're talking to you about the coolest things we've seen yet.
There's been a lot we've seen so far. It's the first day. I've walked 5 miles. My feet hurt like, ow. Yeah.
Those are things that happen.
But yeah, we've seen a lot of cool stuff so far. We went to the Industry Range Day and got to shoot a lot of cool toys. And I know my favorite stuff from there. I know you had some favorite stuff from there. We'll get all into it. But
also today we have someone here. Well, bear with me while we rotate the camera around a little bit. We also have our good friend Jacob, who's here, and he's come through. He's going to talk to us as well about what he thought was neat from the show as we go through on this. So, Jacob, say hi.
How's everybody doing out there?
Yeah, so we'll keep going with this. I'm just checking some settings. Also, we do kind of apologize for any noise that might be there because, well, we're in SHOT Show and it is just ridiculously busy. And, that's a thing.
it's not quiet by any means. But, I mean, I've seen countless people here that are not from America. So, and it's not a bad thing by any means. But it just blows my mind how far people will travel to come to SHOT Show. So far, I've seen an Israeli badge, Belgium, Germany, Jordan.
Well, remember that there's a lot of countries making guns and selling them to the U.S.
Very true. So, yeah, it was kind of an eye-opener this year around, just for that aspect of it. So,
and well, Jacob, why don't we get started? Do you have anything that you thought was incredibly unique?
So we just came from Winchester, and they have a 22 lever action rifle out, and we got to play with it. I think that lever action needs to go into my collection. I honestly believe over the past few years, you start to see a trend at SHOT Show of what is going to be the industry's moving forward for that year. I honestly think that lever actions started to make a little bit of a introduction last year, and I think moving forward this year, they're going to hit the market really hard with it.
Oh, 100%. 2024 is the year of the lever gun. Like, there's no doubt about that in my mind. And going through the things that I've seen so far, companies you would never expect to be producing lever actions have them. There is an Aero Precision tactical lever gun.
yeah, have not gone over there to check that out yet. At the range day yesterday, I fell in love with my new favorite lever action of all time. Henry is dropping a magazine, PMAG, 30-round capacity into a lever gun. Shut up and take my money. I'm going to own it. Threaded, got the drilled holes for a rail. It might become my new pickup gun. 100%.
Yeah, it is definitely a something to behold. So, we saw that Smith & Wesson has a new lever gun that they dropped as well. So, with all this stuff coming out, like, I know that we are the AR-15 podcast, but the amount of lever guns at the show this year is unreal. And I blame Midwest Industries.
Yeah, whatever. I feel if you can get a PMAG into it, it somewhat counts. I know it doesn't. It does. Whatever. I don't care, man. I want all the levers this year, all of them.
So that is awesome. Magpul dropped a new translucent PMag. So, like, I'll see your window and just look through the whole mag.
Yeah.
And before someone gets on the internet and starts, like, viciously typing at me, that's a really bad idea because then the enemy can see how many rounds you have in your gun. If the enemy can see your magazine, you're doing it wrong.
No kidding. You've got bigger problems than round count.
Yeah. Now, with that, so Jacob, you talked about that. Anything else that?
Well, I mean, thermals are still very popular in the market. I see a lot more people starting to get into the thermal game. It'll be interesting to see who else comes in here. I know Equifire, they have, I think, their second year out with their thermals. Went over there, played with that this morning, and they have a very different line. They got 3 models out there. Basically, your 250 to 500 yards, and their new model will go detection out to 1,000 and recognition out to 1,500 yards.
Yeah, so that's huge. Thermals are becoming another huge thing. There's a company who I wrote it down somewhere, but or got their card to look through at range day. They were French, I know that, and they had a holographic sight that kind of did the same thing that HoloSun did last year, where they would draw the thermal image and project it into the hologram, but it wasn't the whole thing. It was only hotspots. It's very odd.
It was super odd.
I mean, it was neat. I liked it, but it was very odd.
Innovation, right? That's what we're talking about this weekend.
Yep.
And if we're going to talk innovation, we're going to talk about that 12-gauge shotgun that we got to shoot yesterday.
Yes.
I mean, how cool is that? They're becoming a thing now. And I know they've always been out there with bullpups and everything like that, but quality 12-gauge shotgun ARs now are starting to hit the market and become a real thing. I mean, we went and talked to our buddies over at Genesis this morning and saw their lineup and got to hold the product in hand, which is
I got to hold that little 5-inch bastard that I love.
But like I said, this company that we shot yesterday, they're out of Wyoming, so just our neighbors, next
Yep,
to over.
and they were using the Genesis Farms mags.
They were
in their shotguns, and it was a super neat setup. Goes on we're going to call it an AR-10, but the DPMS Gen 2 profile or DPMS high profile. I mean, it was an Arrow M5 lower was what we were shooting it off of.
Yep.
And no special parts, anything like that. Straight up, pop the 2 pins out, slap a 308 up on her, go to blasting, and then pull it off and put that shotgun up her on. Like, I love it. It's great, and it shows exactly what, like, the versatility that can be had from the AR platform. And now, like, 12 gauge? What? I did not have that on my bingo card.
No, I didn't either, but honestly, for anyone that thinks about shooting 3-gun in the future or is currently shooting 3-gun, 12-gauge AR, I mean, forget about ever stripping your thumb off in the loader again. Not for me. I couldn't do it. That's why I don't shoot 12-gauge. You know that. But box-fed AR 12 gauges are going to be my new jam.
Hey, like, it's the peanut butter to the jelly. Like, I get it, man. It works so well.
The cream rice.
Jacob, anything like that you've seen, like a new product that's...
I'll say one other thing that I've seen twice now, and I haven't seen it the previous years I've been to SHOT, is 3D printing. I went to the Supplier Showcase yesterday while these guys were at Range Day, walked around, saw 2 companies that were 3D printing suppressors that I've never seen 3D printing at SHOT Show. And as we were walking to the Otis booth for this show, right across the way, they have the new Bamboo A1 set up to start 3D printing over there. Some grips, handguard, whatever they're going to do over there.
Yeah, they're doing some like live prototyping at SHOT Show, 3D printing fit modules for Grisan's new 2011. And
So to say that I think 3D printing has been huge in the industry, but it really hasn't been out there for the industry. It's been a little like, how do you say it? Like the homegrown people.
Yeah.
This is definitely like showing a bunch of this stuff where it used to be if you wanted to make products or you wanted to make a part, it took so much time, energy, and effort to build this because you had a lot of cost that went into everything. And now it's, well, yes, you still have cost, but you can start making prototypes or something like that. If you have an idea, you can start building it right now in your basement.
Yeah.
And that's what we need.
And that Bamboo A1 over there, they just dropped that this fall, I think Q3, Q4. I think the printer alone, just single color is, I think, right around $400. And then to get the extra tree for 4 colors brings it up to just shy of $600.
And that's awesome.
That's a game changer.
Yeah, like that competes with the Ender 3. And I had one of those. And I think Jacob has that one.
It's still sitting in my basement.
Yeah. But no, as we go through, looking at those things, it is like technology drives innovation and innovation drives technology. And like the future is now. We are living in a time where you can literally have an idea, fumble your way through a CAD file, and start producing.
Yeah.
Like, that is...
It used to be just pen to paper. Now it's, if you've got a great idea in the morning, by midnight, you might have product in your hands.
Yeah, and then I'll break it.
Oh, 100%, but that's why they're prototypes.
Yeah, and that's why people don't let me touch things. No, one of the other things, like we're speaking of innovations, Omega Arms.
Yes.
So Omega Arms did it. Like, I don't know if we call it an AR platform anymore. It's an AR. It looks like an AR. It walks like an AR. It does not feel like one when you shoot it though.
No, it threw me off so bad. I wasn't even shooting it, and I was just kind of BSing with the guy at the booth there while Nick was actually test firing the weapon, and he cracked off that first round, and I thought he snapped it in half.
He thought I broke it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But what it was, they moved it to a long stroke system. I compare it to like how the old Browning A5 shotguns ran. The barrel comes back as well, so it has the free float forend, and you look at it, that barrel comes back 6 inches when it fires. So it actually it shoots just like a Barrett. Is how it runs. But they had that in 308, and there is almost no perceived recoil.
Yeah, no, there wasn't hardly any at all. It was so awkward though, because you could feel the gun move, but not normally how you would shoot, a 308 or 223. And so it took some getting used to. And at 5 rounds, I mean, I'd shoot it again. I'd probably own one. I mean, for a guy who says he's going to get out of 308 completely, this week is really screwing me over on that idea.
It is.
So, I don't know.
I know that we also went over and, like, just walking through today, a PSA Jackal in 308. So just in case you really wanted the scar at home.
Yeah, no, I have a love-hate right now with Jackal. Again, it was that specific model. I'll give them another shot because PSA has a great line of product. We were over their booth this morning.
And you probably could have gotten yours fixed.
I 100% could have sent it in and they probably would have fixed it, and I'd still have one. But you know me and my impatience, I have to have newer things sooner than later. So, and one of those things is going to be their micro line of handguns. They now have
the micro dagger.
Yeah, the micro dagger, man. 50+1 feels great in the hand. I'm going to guess their price point's going to be somewhere around that $250, $300 range, just like their full-size daggers are. I can't say enough good things about the daggers I have. So the micros are definitely going to be coming my way.
Yeah, and also we didn't get to shoot it yesterday, but we did get to handle one today. The Daniel Defense H9.
Yeah.
So Daniel Defense did some innovation, and if everyone remembers, there was a quick blurb several years ago, and the new hotness that was the Hudson H9. Well, that company died, and Daniel Defense wound up with all of, like, pretty much all the property. Like, they bought the design. So as they're running that through, now they have gone through and they have completely redesigned it. They said, like, the barrels won't work. Nothing is really interchangeable.
Yep.
It's but they have their new Daniel Defense H9 handgun. And
Which does not take Beretta mags.
no, it does not.
You got him some fits.
It's not a Beretta mag. It feels like a Beretta mag.
It looked like a Beretta mag. Whatever.
Nope. So, was there anything else today that you're thinking of note that?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about it because, again, I'm going to keep using the word innovation. That's what this show's all about. Today we saw a 22 pocket pistol that is just dumb enough I have to own it. So it is called the Ounce Oz. And 10+1 capacity. It's a folding pistol, basically. It looks like a flat grenade in your pocket, if you will.
It looks like his vape pen.
It looks like a vape pen.
Yeah, it looks like a vape pen is what it looked like.
So, it's a thin little product. I think I have some specs on it real quick. I want to say it's like 10+1, fully loaded, approximately 8 ounces. I mean, it's a light pistol.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's 22, so.
Is it going to be my primary? No. Do I carry 22 as a primary? Absolutely. So I'm a lot of contradiction there.
But with that said, that was just one of the neat things we saw as we drove by. Armaspec. We stopped by their booth as well.
Yep.
They have some new things coming in the riser line where they have the little bumps for your pick rail so you can mount your optics a little bit higher. You can they have one that's going to be a tower mount that may or may not have a set of pick rail coming out the front to mount a laser to. Sounds a lot like somebody that has a handful of letters for a name. Just like, I think it's GB something S group, thing like that. And they have their mount, and they're doing something very similar. But that one of the other ones, a company that we haven't talked about much here is Gideon Arms. And we got to look through their new Prism optic, 1X Prism, and it is an ultra simple reticle.
For the amount of talking we do about Swamp Fox and how awesome we think their optics are, I will own at least 4 of these one-time Gideon optics. I mean, it's a simple reticle. It's a triangle dot, basically, illuminated or non.
Well, it's a prism optic, so it's an etched reticle.
Yes.
But you can also juice up that.
You can. And I think it's fantastic. It's a point-and-shoot optic. There's no messing around with it, and PCC I think is where that is going to fall big into, 100%. But I can see that going on any guy's duty rifle as well.
Yeah. The other thing that Gideon had this year, or is coming out with, they have a line of LPVOs, and they're coming out with those. I know they're starting with a 1 to 10, so they're starting at 1 to 10 and then coming down from there. And again, that's another thing that's exciting. We'll have them on again at another time to discuss that.
Yep.
But
We also got Manticore Arms.
yeah, they have their full. We got to see some super secret stuff that they're not even bringing to the show.
That we are not allowed to talk about, or we will be probably invited back.
Yeah, but they have that. They have their lower out. They're doing their full guns now, and guys, that stuff's awesome. Like, I buy it with my own money, and I thoroughly enjoy it. It's really, you can't hardly beat it.
Yeah, if you guys are looking for a solid PCC setup, definitely check out our friends over at Matador Arms because they have a solid system. So it's about all I can say, as far as those guys go. Now, we've kind of covered a lot of what we've done today. Guys, we still have 2 full days of SHOT Show. So what are some of the things you really want to, go experience or, just go see and hopefully,
Well, yeah, we've been doing our meetings and going around and talking to different people to try and get some stuff coming for the future for the show so you guys can have more infotainment, as I'm told the space we're in is called.
Oh.
But I always get excited. There's things I like to look at. I'll go. We're going to go over to talk to IWI and look at their Scion or series of rifles, which that series of rifle is an awesome AR.
Mm-hmm.
One of the other ones that was neat, we've had them on the show before, Wraithworks.
Yep.
And they have a PCC that's done right because they use Scorpion mags, not Glock mags. Because I hate Glock mags. I'm that guy.
It's fine. Hey, I mean, to be fair, we did walk past the Glock booth, and not to crap on Glock or anything like that, but
I will all day long.
they haven't come out with anything new. I mean, I get it. The product works. And so do you need to expand on that? At some point, I'd like to see a chrome-plated Glock revolver, but
yeah,
it's not going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah, and there's things, we're not saying, but when you've been making extensively the same pistol since, I don't know, the early 80s, because like the Glock is even older than me.
Yeah, the Glock is old. It's a fantastic firearm, but I just don't see the innovation from them yet.
Yeah. And hopefully, they might have some innovation coming up. Hopefully in the next year, maybe something might change in management where they might get a little bit innovative.
Well, now they might be motivated now.
Well, we'll see. Like there's, we can talk about what dreams may come.
Yeah.
But going through that Wraithworks, their 9 PCC was awesome. We also got to shoot they have a ultra lightweight AR.
Up to 5 pound AR.
Yeah, it's 5 pounds all the way.
Honestly, there's no difference in the recoil other than it just being a super light firearm. And it shoots smooth. I mean, yeah, there's a few flaws, but I mean, it's a new product. And he's more than happy to hear us out and eventually tweak it. And, he's ready to go to market with some of this.
Well, those are being sold, I believe.
Yes.
But the Wraithworks that he had, I don't remember the name of it, of that model, but it actually has a polymer upper receiver that is clamshelled together with screws.
Yeah.
That goes into the rail, and they use a trunnion system for the barrel. And that's something you don't generally hear is trunnion and AR-15 in the same sentence.
No,
So
yeah, super cool stuff and really neat to shoot. Really excited for those guys to see where they go in the future because, yeah, like I said, all about innovation.
yeah, they also have their Carbon Max,
Yes.
which is a very unique take on the operating system of an AR. They really changed a bunch of things up with it, and I find it incredibly interesting. So.
And then beyond that, I'm just excited to walk through the supplier showcase and everything like that. Not necessarily looking for anything, but just looking for the next little product. That's what I love about SHOT. I mean, you're going to go to Ruger, you're going to go to Mossberg, you're going to go to Kimber, Smith & Wesson, all the big names. And it's cool to see what they're coming out with. But to see all these small guys coming, small business, and just, having their new line of product and pushing their ideas out and things that I've never thought about. And all of a sudden now I have to have them in my life.
Right.
So I'm excited to just go through there. I think that might be either tomorrow or Thursday, Friday. I'll disappear on my own.
Supplier Showcase closes after today.
Well, then I guess I've got to get gone here.
Yeah. Well, and when I was up there yesterday, I ran into a company, Odin Tactical, who they've switched a little bit. They used to build full AR kits. Now this year they've really just started focusing on handguards, and they have a new line of Airlight handguards this year. And what's interesting about them is they weigh 6 ounces.
Wow.
Oh,
And 6 ounces, and at 6 ounces of aluminum, how easy is that to bend?
cool breaking.
Yes, they did some engineering into it, and I asked them that first question. I said, "Can I play with it? Can I twist it?" He said, "Yeah, go right ahead." Started twisting it, tried to break it around, do whatever I need to do. He said, "Watch this," and the guy, he's pushing 300 pounds. He's a big dude like us.
Yeah.
Threw it on the ground, and he just stood on it. Put all 300 pounds of himself on top of that handguard, and it did not bend, break. So it's something interesting. It's awesome to see how this has changed over the last few years. Everybody keeps pushing.
Fair. That's cool.
Yeah, it is definitely interesting to see all of the changes that happen. And guys, again, I should have apologized right away for the sound quality. I think I may have, just because we are in an open environment and it is noisy around. But we do have quite a bit of a break of it, so I don't know how the sound is going to be coming through today. But as we keep talking about it, there's the things like that with the ultra lightweight. I'm seeing more and more products go ultra light.
Yeah.
Like that's really kind of being the name of the game, and as someone who has humped a lot of miles carrying things, lighter is gooder.
Yeah.
And
the biggest thing is to find that perfect balance in that firearm. So putting more weight in between your shoulder and your grip on the foregrip, and you got to find that right balance in that firearm.
Yeah, and balance is huge, and getting all that where it goes through. There's a perfect melding of packages that has to happen, much like the perfect melding of your hand and a VZ grip. VZ grips are great because they're machined from a solid block of G10, and it doesn't get slippery when covered with mud, blood, or sweat. The 17-degree grip angle and wide variety of textures from mild to extreme, as well as color options available. 1911 grips, Beretta grips with extreme customizability, standard slim bomb cells, thumb notches, safety cuts, bottom profiles, and more. More than 25 textures and 27 colors are available. This coupon code is good for 15% off all rifle and handgun grips, and that code is AR-15 podcast. So,
it's actually one booth we haven't been to yet today.
We've been like too busy working.
We have been. It's weird. This isn't a vacation right now. I'm having a great time. I was going to say I'm not having fun. I'm having a great time. But no, we've been working too much, man. It's time to go have a little fun after this.
Yeah, well, that and I'm going to say one thing though with Otis. I was talking to them about what they have done lately.
Yeah,
and they didn't have a lot, but they had one thing that really piqued my interest because I have cussed this like a million times myself.
Yeah.
And they have a new series of cleaning rods. I have one in my hand because we're at the booth. And again, thanks to Otis for having us on, or allowing us to have this space.
absolutely.
But when you're doing this, this is both a twisty, where you can put your rod in and twist it for when you're cleaning the bore or anything like that, where you want to have that happening. Or you can thread this out and go to a standard, just a rigid, hard. So if you're going to run like a chamber brush that you need to pivot around, also the hanger hook in the middle, that was a nice touch, I thought.
Uh-huh.
And, they just keep going with that. I know in the back they have their 8-in-1 tool that you can kind of see on that door behind Garth. And, that's just one of those multi-tools coming out. They have some other neat stuff that's coming down the pipe that we got to look at that I will be excited when it comes to fruition.
Yep.
And, of course, we'll tell you about it when it happens. And the good people there are always great to work with. But pushing through the rest of it, there is one thing that I would be remiss if I didn't talk about. And Garth mentioned Ruger yesterday. Ruger.
Yep.
We went to the Ruger booth. Now, Garth really wants the new A-Team Mini 14.
I do, and just for nostalgic purposes, I probably never shoot the big thing, but it looks so cool. I have to own it.
Oh, I will shoot it only with the stock folded
Oh yeah,
and like out in front of me.
Yeah.
And then with the fan,
with a cigar in your mouth too.
maybe,
Okay.
because I love it when a plan comes together. I've already got the Galco rig for my 1911, and we're good to go. But no, Ruger had their new SFAR, so the small framed AR, and they had the 6.5 Creedmoor variant.
Yeah.
And I tried to get that one to follow me home from the range.
He did his damnedest, and while they were not nice like that, they said, maybe there could be some product testing in the future.
Yeah, we'll see. And I will thoroughly abuse it.
Oh yeah, why not? I mean, that's what we do.
I break things.
We send them to the breaking point. Yeah.
I'm really good at it. But that's because I also am not afraid to run guns hard.
No, I mean that's what the purpose of them for, right? I mean, they're not fair with their toys. I'm sorry, not toys, tools. They're meant to be used and abused.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. But that was awesome to see. There's more calibers. Oh, another new caliber is out. So will this one come into contention for the hottest caliber? I don't know, but it's a very interesting concept. And it was Sons of Liberty Gunworks. We're talking to those guys, shooting some of their stuff. And Sons of Liberty Gunworks just makes an amazing rifle all the way around. I am one of the front sight post gangs, so FSP for life. And we'll run that out. But they went over like, oh, we have to try our 6mm max. And everybody, as you look at it, it's like, oh, is this like an arc? What is this? And the 6mm max starts life a little bit differently because its parent case, it's a 350 Legend.
Yeah.
So they have a little bit more case capacity. They say to run it out of 350 Legend mags for reliability. And I'm down. I dig it. I don't know that I'll purchase one, but we were shooting it out of a 10.5 barrel.
Yep.
A little SBR. And I can tell you also the accessory that has changed the world came from Garmin. But
Yeah.
they were putting out 3,100 feet per second velocities out of a 10.5-inch barrel. So I mean, that is not unsubstantial, and especially because you can run from 45 grains to like 110. This is getting a lot of ability to do many things. And is it going to be all hype? Possibly. Is it another caliber that would die where it stands?
Time will tell, man. I don't know. It was neat. How about that? But I don't know if I'm a believer in it yet.
It's interesting that it's coming off of 350 Legend as the parent case. Everyone thought 350 Legend was just going to be a phase.
Yeah.
And I'll say I was one of those people that hopped into it when it first came out, and I love it. I absolutely love the 350 Legend round. Now, to see something coming off of that, I mean, heck, look at 30-06. Came out the 303 British. We still have the 308 that trickled down through the 303 British. So it's interesting to see how this is going to play out. I will say that.
Yeah, it was a neat cartridge, and I like to see where it goes because, again, it's innovation. People are trying something new. And I probably won't jump on that bandwagon because I don't want it to go the way of 224 Valkyrie because I remember that abortion.
Yeah.
And
that's one of those things that I'll let others play with it first and see where it ends up being.
So the big thing I see where this is a very good thing about it having its parent case as 350 Legend. So 6mm arc and all those other, like, you get into some of the weird, like, DTI and the, small rounds. They'll use like a 6.8 special or a 6.5 Grendel bolt.
Yeah.
And your bolt is going to break because they do not have the surface area for the bolt thrust that is imparted on them. And just that velocity, those bolts are too thin. And that's the reason why 7.62 by 39 ARs are done. They're not reliable because you break parts. I don't need any, it's commie stuff, man. It's what it is. But, no, running that stuff. The 350 Legend, however, has a standard bolt. So you'll have that durability and longevity to actually be able to do things. And I think that's going to be a huge W.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like I said, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out over the next year. But like you said, with the Valkyrie, you had to have a special barrel. You had to have that special twist rate to make it work. And even when you had that,
and then you had to have ammo that was the right weight, going the right speed.
It'll be interesting to see other industry or other people start to shoot it and see what they say of, well, it works better with 7 twist or whatever it needs to be.
Yeah.
Just to see where everything shakes out.
No, it is. And honestly, I'm surprised at the amount of 300 blackouts that I've seen. So going through everything, like at range day, everyone was shooting 300 blackout. Like everywhere. I was okay. Like, sweet. And the lever gun from Henry that Garth is infatuated with, 300 blackout.
Yep.
And, like, ding and steel at 100 yards and 300 blackout suppressed is just stupid fun.
Can't say it wasn't. Yeah, it was pretty neat. So.
But we have that stuff going. I mean, really, it's pushing innovation and all this forward. And that's where, you'll see it with ammo. You see it with other companies. I'm sure there's 10,000 things that we haven't got to yet.
Oh, yeah.
this is not really relevant to the AR world as much, but that new Aimpoint Arca 2 for shotguns that it's made to go on a vent rib shotgun.
Yep. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, they use a 9 MOA dot. And then we're visiting with the reps, and they're talking about how to shoot plays with it. And some people are putting that dot almost on the end of the barrel where the bead is.
Yeah.
It's very interesting and definitely not something you generally see.
No, it's a cool concept. I don't know if it's for me, although we shot that Hollow Sun on the Genesis 12, and I love that. So I think it depends on what you're actually doing with it, I suppose.
Yeah. It's, well, just like anything, there's a learning curve for it. Like pistols on red dots. Red dots on pistols.
Yeah.
Whatever. Words and things.
Words and things.
But it's been a long month this week and today.
And I feel like we're just getting stared at in the fishbowl here. And
it's great.
It's super fun. I think people must think we're important, and we're really not.
Yeah, it's that people are pointing and saying, "Oh, wow, like they're actually doing a show here." So this is definitely interesting.
They must know something.
Live from the Otis booth in beautiful, sunny Las Vegas, Nevada. And, yeah, they heard me out there.
Oh yeah, they heard you.
But no, so this is a great thing to see. Again, guys, as we go through, remember that our rights are still under assault at all times, because the two worst enemies of any firearm are rust and politicians.
Correct.
But like Gun Owners of America's here, and they've been doing, like, they're the ones fighting the fights. Like we met Dick Heller today, who's one of the guys who like literally got himself arrested to go to so that he could challenge a court case.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. Like, they have those kind of people here. So it is exactly what we need. And they are pushing things out so far and doing such a good thing. But it's definitely, Garth's just enthralled by people watching.
I'm so in the zone because I'm pretty sure I knew who that was right there, and I really don't care.
Yeah. But there is definitely stuff coming out all the way around. And of course, guys, we are developing a lot more stuff to be coming. We have some companies we're going to be talking to and working with in the future that might surprise you. But like, I'll ride that poverty pony all the way. And you guys got anything else to add for this quick? I know it's just about an hour. We're coming up. We have a lot of stuff that we still have to see. And
well, like you said, we put in a lot of work this morning just to even find something to talk about here today. And there's so much more. We haven't even scratched the surface of what is actually here at SHOT Show.
Now, with all the meetings and everything we've had this morning, we've only been able to hit about 10 to 15 booths. And so, like Jacob said, we've got so much yet to cover. So give us another 2 days, man, and then we will bring you guys some insane information.
Comment on the Facebook live stream. Tell these guys what you want to see. Tell them what they need to look at.
When you said that, it reminded me, because I took pictures of things to remind me.
Yeah.
Because, well, I'm getting old and my memory isn't what it once was. But Bilson Arms, Bilson Arms, they have a stock that was enough to make me stop and be like, what? And when I first saw it, I 100% thought it was a gimmick.
Yeah.
It was not what I thought was going to be revolutionary or neat in any way, shape, or form. But this Bilson Arms stock has what I can best put as a gimbal mount for where the butt plate attaches to your shoulder. And it is exponentially faster to go to your irons now.
Cool.
Or because if you're doing that 45-degree cant and run it backward, I know you shot it as well.
Yep, I remember that.
And they did not have it set up for the wrong-handed crowd.
Yeah.
So
a little rough, but whatever.
as I sit here, this is a very rare thing for me. I am the only right-handed shooter in this room.
You just know how to shoot guns properly.
Finally, the lefties outnumber the righties.
You bet.
Yeah, it happened once. No, guys, we're going to keep going with this. We'll have more content. We're going to be pushing things out and talking to other cool people, talking about cool stuff, and looking at new products. As we keep going with that, the new ammunition that we were shooting that was the lead-free.
Lead-free, yeah. The weight difference was insane.
Yes. They're doing the ultra-fast, lightweight projectiles for handguns. And a lot of interesting things. Simex, SIMX is the name of that ammunition. And desire to know more intensifies. And I am not saying that we all need to get on the lead-free bandwagon, but I will say, as someone who has put a lot of ammunition, and especially suppressed downrange, I am more and more leaning to getting in better, getting some more of the lead-free or non-toxic ammunition, only because of the lead vapor that I have inhaled over my lifetime.
Well, it just blew my mind. It's going to take away that saying from now on. Eat lead, man. Wait, what are you going to say now? Eat.
Sintered polymer projectile.
It does sound cool.
Eat plastic.
Yeah, I mean, it's still copper.
Yeah.
But, no, so we have all that going. You have any parting words of wisdom for everyone?
I don't. Like I said before, take a look at the Facebook post. Comments. Tell these guys what they need to go look at, what you want to see, so they can talk about it on the show.
Yeah. We are going to be pushing out. Also, if you are in Las Vegas at SHOT Show and see us anywhere, you'll be able to see us because, we've tried so hard to blend in.
Very hard.
But if you see three guys over 6 foot tall and closer to 300 pounds than not, look for that because I think we are the largest podcast here.
Yeah, easily.
Not in audience size, but just in
General size.
In general size. And as we push through with that, if you see us, stop by, say hi, everything like that, and we'd love to talk to you. We are going to close this up because, we got stuff we want to look at. I'm seeing everybody walk by with things, and I'm going, oh man, that's right, we got to go over there and talk to them. I get excited. I need to talk to Garmin and see if they can send us or how much it's going to cost me to buy one of those new chronographs they have, because they killed lab radar overnight.
Yep.
And I love that. Garth, words of wisdom?
Oh no, man! I'm super stoked to be here in Vegas again for 2024 SHOT Show. Got a lot of cool products we got to go find yet. We haven't done it. We got to go. It's been fun talking in the booth, but I'm getting anxious. I need to go move now.
And again, guys, if you're looking for this, you do see one of the things you do see a lot of at SHOT Show, patches. Tons of patches.
Yep.
We know who makes best patches? Patriot Patch Company, patriotpatch.co. And guys, make sure to check them out. Support the people who support us. And, FTC, GOA, get with those. We have to keep fighting the good fight because this is something that's never going to end. And, they want to take our rights away. But with that, you folks, stay tuned. We'll have more stuff coming. I'm sure we're going to do a follow-up show next week. or maybe even later this week. We'll see. We'll see, maybe. A lot of things. Stuff and things. But with that, you folks out there, you stay safe, and if I can find my thing, stay on. Support the people who support the show. Primary Arms, VZ Grips, 4Patriots.com, and Patriot Patch Company. Be sure to check us out on social media. AR-15 Podcast 2.0 on Instagram. AR-15 Podcast 2.0 on YouTube. AR-15 Podcast 2 on Twitter. AR-15 Podcast on Facebook and wherever podcasts are found. If you just want to drop us a line, let us know how we're doing, or give us a show idea, make sure to send that email to AR-15podcast 2.0 @gmail.com.